Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to your daily tarot reading for Monday, March 2nd, 2020. Let's get these cards shuffled up and let's see where we're going today as far as the energy goes and what we may want to know, what we may want to do, and how we may want to strategize. So let's get these cards cut a little bit further, and I think we're good to go. Maybe one more shuffle. And I think that's good. Okay, so our first deck, our second, and finally now, our third. There we are. Now let's see, where do we want to go today? I'm thinking the middle pile. I'm really feeling that today, so let's see what we have. Okay, we have the Ten of Swords. Let's talk a bit about the Ten of Swords, shall we? Minor Arcana card, so it's all about how we present ourselves and how we create our own day. But let's look a little bit further. Anytime we talk about swords, that's about thought, that's about words, that's about things that intellectually we can be involved in. So when we look at this, obviously these 10 swords, that's always means that there's going to be some serious stuff going on from a communication standpoint, from a thought standpoint, and that sort of thing. So some keywords to consider: betrayal, bad mouthing, or bitterness, not being successful, or failure, collapse or breakdown, exhaustion, difficulty coping with some things, hitting rock bottom, hitting a wall, a dead end, severing ties, saying goodbyes, exaggeration, overly dramatic. It can be lies, it can be an attention seeker. All these things come to mind. When we look at the general interpretation, it is definitely a Monday card without any doubt whatsoever about it. It's all about a lot of challenges being set ahead of us, whether it be backstabbing or betrayal, whether it be gossip and bad-mouthing, maybe it's someone bitching and griping about you behind your back, maybe some bitterness from stuff that's going on, or bitterness because you're doing things that other people are envious of. Long story short, this is a card that's all about cutting out what's no longer good for us. So if we're in situations with people that are doing that, this is a good time to say goodbye to that, walk away from it, and not deal with any of that situation or that person in that relationship. This is a card that says this is coming to its natural end. So if you've been going through a lot of this already, this card is telling you, because it's a 10, that it's starting to come to its natural conclusion. So if you're feeling really tired of the situation, you're feeling exhausted, you're feeling like you're having a hard time coping with it, just be confident in the fact that it's coming to its natural conclusion. Now, that being said, it may not always be the end that we want, but it certainly will be the end so that we can start a new beginning. This is also a card that signifies someone that likes to play victim or play martyr, being overly dramatic, being an attention seeker, and maybe even exaggerating. So if you are going through some stuff with a person telling you how they've been wronged and how they've been treated, obviously listen to them and offer them some compassion, but before you act on their behalf, really get a strong sense of what exactly is going on, because it could be that this person is being overly dramatic and they're exaggerating, and you probably even know who I'm talking about. So just take that with a grain of salt. Now, from a love and a relationship standpoint, obviously this is not a real strong card for happily ever after. This could be a card of breakup, of separation, of a real severe argument that's going on right now. It could be a card that's breaking ties with friends or with significant others. Long story short, if you are aware that you're in a relationship that's in some serious trouble, then this is a good time for you to either make the last-ditch effort to fix it, listen to what's being said, or this may be a time to take some time apart just to work on things individually. Because sometimes working on ourselves as an individual will make whomever we're with in a much more strong relationship. This card could simply indicate that, hey, right now there's a lot of stuff that's just being overly dramatic, and there's a lot of stuff going on right now that would be frugal to listen for, be compassionate to, but maybe not so much act on. As I said before, this could be relationships with significant other, but it could also be relationships with friends. But long story short, this is a card that says right now, whatever the interaction is, it's not very healthy and it's running its natural course, which means, of course, that the situation or those involved are coming to its natural ending. And you can try to keep it going, but it's probably not going to be healthy or useful for either one. But what you should be focusing on is self. Really getting to know yourself, really getting to heal the wounds from the relationship and from the martyrdom and all of that things, and just really getting with self. Now, from a money and career standpoint, you probably guessed this too. Not a great day, not a great day to be at work. There's going to be a lot of issues going on. There's going to be a lot of moods going on. There's going to be a lot of he said, she said going on. And there's going to be a lot of drama, as well as martyrdom, as well as just everything in general that doesn't make the workplace a happy, healthy place to be. So if you can't call it sick, like I can't, the best thing for you to do is go in, stay within your own bubble, do your own thing, and get through this doing your own thing. Not buying into the drama, not buying into the he said or she said or the gossip and all of that stuff. And just go in with the whole thought of 8 and paid. Do your 8 hours or however long you have to be there and get yourself out of there, back into your own realm that you can control and that makes you happy. So that's the best advice I can give you for this Absolute Monday card. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I look forward to reading you all again tomorrow. Until then, be safe, be well, be blessed, and be sheltered.